What is up, everyone? My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. Now, I've definitely seen some clips of this game, but I have never played it before. This is the Stanley Parable, and this is the Ultra Deluxe Edition, because there have been a few renditions of this game. It came out originally in 2013. The Ultra Deluxe Edition came out in 2022. And I believe it's simply just that they've removed some cheating elements. There are some things that have been added and different endings. So I'm going to probably be playing this in shorter parts so we don't just hit the whole thing in one go, and take it easy, relax, enjoy. There's a lot of narration, there's a lot of listening. So yeah, buckle in. Have a good time.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It's me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'm aware that the narrator reacts to what you do, so I'm just going to wonder what happens if I just stand here a little bit longer. Okay, so nothing. Alright, let's have a little look. A little look around our office. Yeah. Wow, my movement speed is super speedy. Can we go in here? Nope. No one else is here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sure. Let's go to the meeting room, which is... where exactly? Here? Possibly? I'm sure I will be told if I'm going in the wrong direction. What? What's going on there? That's odd. Why has someone dropped their drink and they've not even picked it up? So, what does that say? I hate Mondays. Alright, where is the meeting room? Ah. Not here. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I? Will it close right behind me? This isn't the meeting room. I'm going right, fuck you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe that's exactly what I plan to do. It's so strange. Oh, this is cozy.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I though? Did I? Or did I go this way? Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I feel like I'm really short. Like, these desks are really high compared to me. That's okay. We still like a short king. Stanley's just a little boob. Like a little boob. Boob. Stanley's a little boob. Little bub. Oh my god. I can't English. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Well, I'll be dead, so what's the point in the penalty? Oh. Oh,
Look,
no,
Stanley,
no.
I think perhaps
whoops.
we've gotten off. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That was an accident, okay? I thought I could jump. I swear, right? In the settings, in the controls, jump. There's space for jump. Apparently, I'm not allowed to jump yet. Wait. No, seriously, we disabled it. Oh my god, that's an achievement. That's amazing. Okay.
All of his co-workers.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll meet you at the doors then, because I'm going to go left this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That he did. I feel like there's going to be loads of like little Easter eggs that I'm going to miss and will not understand unless I play it a second time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Whiteboard manager.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Uh-oh. Are we going up or down?
Coming to a staircase,
Yes.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I did in fact do this. Why is it so different? This is weird. But okay. Damn.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, because Stanley can't hear the narration of his life. What? How on earth could you possibly have a room like this as a manager? This is insane! And also this. I am the most expensive boss.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Ah, okay, my bad. I thought it was 2485. 284455. Come on.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, damn. Sick. Although it looks like it's not quite finished yet. But that's okay. What the fuck is going on here? Well, I don't think we can go that way, because I don't want to plummet to my death again. Oh, damn, I don't think I can go this way either. Okay, well, maybe I should plummet to my death? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's... okay. It looked like a big hole in the ground, alright? Bear with me.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Oh, I'm becoming self-aware.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I was stuck as a machine.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Would it not? Were they using special gases to control us? Make us feel like we couldn't ask questions? Turn us into just...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I feel like a haphazardly scrawled in crayon escape on a piece of dry wood or dry board. It's probably not the kind of escape you want in this sad, feeble life that you have, Stanley. So let's go and see what this mind control factory is about, shall we? I'm going to press this button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
I am Professor
screens.
X!
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Absolutely did, because we are the strongest. Call me Satoru Goju. Goju? Man, my English today. Not even that's English.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
damn.
revealed. Each bore the
Fired.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I wonder if I can find 248. Oh, I'm down there. 248/247. But that's... it was that, right? 247? I think it was 247. Ah, it's fine. Damn, that's a lot of peeps to be monitored by. What even is this? Exit?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It doesn't seem true,
Had
because there's
Stanley
nothing here
really
that
been
can
under
control
someone's
minds.
control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Probably.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe. Maybe not.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
No, never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes, apparently. I don't know how many years, though.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Holy shit.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would I? Is that what... Are you telling me that that's what I should do? Okay, so I need to open that door somehow in order to continue. But I think I probably have to go up here first. But I'm not sure I should. Wait, what? What's this? I press 5? What happens to 5? 5! Should I do this? Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Maybe we should just turn off the power. But something must have happened already if this is a genuine thing.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But I feel like it's probably off now, right? Because I'm becoming self-aware, I'm having memory and realizations, and there's no one around who probably also had similar realizations and left. So if I turn it off, would that actually be turning it on? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Don't take me back to the start, please. Oh dear God, what have I done?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Am I a robot? Did I turn off my own power?
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
This has to be a trick.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
There's no way. This is a total trick. Also, how is this possible? Sunlight and then suddenly blackness.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Am I wearing like a VR headset or something?
Liberation, the
With
immense
all the haptic
possibility
feedback.
of the new path
Wind,
before
smell,
him.
vibrations.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
This looks like a beautiful place.
And Stanley was happy.
Okay. I thought I was happy anyway. Sitting at my desk, inputting numbers on a keyboard. Oh wait, oh my God, you're kidding me! There's no way! I cannot believe I've already completed the game. That cost way too much for it to be a 15-minute game. It's a real shame. I'm gonna have to leave a bad review, I suppose. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it made you feel a little less lonely. If you liked it, smack... I am kidding, of course I am kidding. Let us continue.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
maybe I should
staircase,
go downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. No, we're going down. We're going downstairs into the garage.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Wait, what?
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I think I might be.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
It
sense.
didn't.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeated?
Maybe?
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I'm dreaming!
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt.
Can we finish the
to
dream
have
then?
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Damn. Oh, I'm floating.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh,
It
damn.
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken
That's
up.
so cool.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm
It's a good
doing
question.
and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
What are we doing
Believing
here?
that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Fuck's sake.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yes.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
How?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always
Could open
been.
my eyes and be in the exact same spot.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope. Still here. Still looping.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
This is so
I am
stupid.
real. Please, just someone tell me I am
And you
real.
might be having a
I must
panic
be
attack.
real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I didn't know what to expect from this game. I really didn't.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered
Did I
the
have like a
strange
heart attack
man.
out of sheer
He
fucking
was obviously
horror?
crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that
They look like
moment,
Stanley.
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
This is insane, and I love it. And it's so good, and it's so silly, and it's so much fun, and I can clearly see that there's so much more to explore. But like I said, we're going to keep these episodes short. I don't want to go OTT with this. I don't want to wear myself out, and I don't want to wear you guys out. But there will be more episodes. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it made you feel a little less lonely. If you liked it, smash the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Alex, over and out.